Okay, time for a record third podcast in 2 days. So I'm gonna try to put these out a little bit quicker, in like I guess shorter time frames. Shooting for around like 30 minutes, focused around one particular topic. And the thing I want to talk about today is let me change my lighting. Um, is habit stacking, something I've been getting into a lot recently. It's something that you kind of stick your new habit next to your old habit, like something you do already. You kind of stack it onto the new thing that you want to do. So an example of this is for me somewhat recently is embarrassingly enough, flossing before I brush my teeth. I should have been flossing for the first 32 years of my life, but I've started since I got I got a cavity last like 4 months ago when I saw my dentist last, and they were like, "Hey, you gotta you gotta floss." And I was like, "Okay, fine." Um, so the the thing you have to do is at least tolerable, not just like yeah, you don't have to like it. Yeah, I don't particularly enjoy flossing, but it has to act at least like not grit your teeth through something, right? You it shouldn't be white knuckling things. I guess that's a theme of my life now. Is so anyways, like I don't know, regular floss, like it's I don't know, it hurts like trying to wind it around your fingers. I don't know, I maybe have baby fingers, but and then like regular floss picks, I used to go through like 10 of them each time just because I guess my teeth are very tight. Like the spacing is, I guess my orthodontist did some great work back when I was a teenager, but now my teeth are like the gaps aren't are super tight in at least the back molars, and it's very hard to get back there. So I guess there's this shoot, I should do a plug, I guess, for them, and I forget their name, but there's these specialized floss picks that they fixed the issue of the string being not strong enough. Like I only need to use one. Somehow they doubled the strength, and apparently it still works the same. So I don't know why other companies don't do this, but it's pretty cool. Um, so, anyways, the so that's one aspect that I've been habit stacking. Another one, even more recently, the last couple of weeks. If you follow my Instagram page, you'll see me lifting and or posting my notebooks and stuff like that for my workouts, and that is something that I've really gone back and forth on about, like agonizing when I fit in this mythical second workout of the day. And usually I like before I've done it at lunchtime, and that hasn't really worked out great during the summertime just because it's like super hot in the middle of the day. But this works out pretty well because I'm starting to work out before jujitsu. And so the habit that I've gone to 6 a.m. jujitsu, basically, unless I've been sick or injured, without fail, or on vacation, for the last 6 years, Monday through Friday. So that's a pretty like it is a routine, is a well grooved, well worn routine of mine, and I'm just a morning person. So I've been able to get up a little bit earlier, um, like maybe an hour or so before I normally get up. Maybe so I get up around like 4, and instead of say like 5 to just get to jiu-jitsu. That's like waking up at 5. So waking up at 4 allows me a little bit more time in the morning, and like I've been able to successfully complete, and like the workout itself is not fancy at all. That's another thing I've had to kind of let go and give up on optimizing for lifting, because that's not my goal. Lifting the most weight is definitely not my goal. I do want to increment the weight. I do want to improve the weight that I lift every time, and do progressive overload. But the point of the lifting is to add to my jiu-jitsu, is to like build my body up in order to perform better at jiu-jitsu. So putting it right before jiu-jitsu, that shows its priority to me, at least, because after jiu-jitsu, I usually have to come home and shower and get into work, or like go to a work meeting or whatever, jump on a call, talk to people like that. That's usually, it doesn't work out well for me to try to fit in another workout later in the day. So putting it before jiu-jitsu has been working out. So I try to like roll the dice one more time. I was like, all right, what if I get up even earlier and work on, say, a side project? And because the morning, nobody's awake, nobody's talking to me. There's no work people. There's no boys in the group chat. There's no, like, nobody is around to like distract me. Not saying all those guys are distractions or whatever. They definitely are. But it, like, just having quiet time to myself. That hasn't worked out well. Like I've done it a couple of times, but it's not sustainable. At some point, like, I'm burning the candle at both ends. So I think with that, I just need to be more efficient throughout my day. So I already took away an hour of sleep. Where do I add it back? I add in a nap at lunchtime. Like there's a reason why certain cultures have developed siestas over time. I mean, at least Spanish culture, like take a nap in the middle of the day. Like I've had a long day already, from like 4 to noon is what, 8 hours, right? If I'm doing math right. Yeah. So yeah, it's like a full work day already. So basically I have a second day in the afternoon. So like I try to take a nap around like noon. Lunchtime usually lasts for like an hour or so. Wake up, like drink some coffee again, and just like keep trucking. So that's where I'm like, I'm still not sacrificing sleep. I'm just rearranging it a little bit. I go to bed earlier. Trying to go to bed like still early. But overall, I think it's just refreshing to, and like that's the benefit of working from home, right? Is like I couldn't take a nap at the office or whatever, unless if I worked at Google and they have nap pods or whatever, right? Like specific technology specific things. But this is the flexibility that I've worked really hard for. And yeah, now I'm just kind of tweaking and optimizing my schedule to kind of fit everything that I want to do into my day. And like, I'm a big believer in, if you're not doing it every day, it's not a priority. Like, show me what you do first thing in the morning. That's your priority for the day. And currently, it's wake up, go to jiu-jitsu, or before the last couple weeks, and now it's wake up, eat a little something, get hydrated, lift weights, and then go to jiu-jitsu, and then go to work like that. Those are my priorities. Like those are basically my the main things I want to work on. I do want to work on some extra side project stuff, but I need to find a good time to do it, because after work, hang out with my wife, and throughout the day, hang out with my wife. Just intermittently, we have lunch together, or breakfast, and it's really, really nice to, live and work in the same house as your significant other, and you don't get to, you don't have to the amount of time we spend together is just amazing. It's really, we're really fortunate to both work remotely and spend this much time together and see each other this much, just because we love each other. And this is we can't get this time back, right? You can never get any time back, but this is a new era, I guess, in working. And even if you don't work fully remotely, most companies are going to hybrid. So you're in the office, 50% of the time, or 2 out of 3 days, or 2 to 3 days, whatever it is. So there still is companies are allowing workers to be a little bit more flexible with their schedules. So whatever you do Monday through Friday, that's really just indicative of what the rest of your life looks like. So really take a hard look at what you spend your time on. What are the habits? What are the daily habits you do? And those are your priorities. And whether you like that or not, that's up to you. Are you satisfied with that? Are you satisfied with doing what you're doing right now? Great, cool. But if you want something more, I'm trying to add in more things, I would really love to have a dedicated time to read and a dedicated time to work on side project stuff. And I'm kind of juggling, just chipping away at these things bit by bit, little by little, every day. Even though there is something to be said about focus and recording podcasts or whatever, right? I want to do a lot of different things, and but a little bit at each day. So we'll see how this works. Hopefully I don't disappear again from the podcast space. And what do you, I guess maybe this is a non sequitur, but it's more about what do you do? What are the things that you do? What do you find yourself doing for free that doesn't feel like work? And what's effortless for you? And that tends to be things that you're good at, or things that you want to pursue, and you don't particularly care about compensation for it. I'm trying to figure that out myself as part of the side project thing. Is I really enjoy group chats. I think that's the most engaging thing that I do, is because I want to talk to my friends. And that's a weird, I don't know. Everyone's in them, and everybody enjoys chatting with their friends throughout the day. It's a weird sense of connection that you have with other people, and a shared identity, and a, I guess, sense of community. Even if you rarely see each other in person, you send each other memes back and forth, or you talk shit with each other back and forth. It still like shows a sense of like, hey, we're 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 friends still, or like we're thinking of each other throughout the day or whatever, and we're interacting with each other. And I'm like, okay, how do I get a job in that? Like, is that a real thing? And like, cause that seems really easy for me to like connect with people and, support them or just chat with them or talk to them, send them funnies or whatever. What is a job as a professional friend or something look like? Well, that's kind of like coaching. Like if I was on this, there's this anonymous like corporate work site called Blind. So you sign up with your work email, and then you like can anonymously post under certain like company forums or whatnot. And I like giving out advice in there, and I'm like, oh, I do this for free. Like where? And I feel like this should be some kind of service or whatever, right? This should be something that I can exchange for value or do something with, right? Because I've done a decent amount. I can basically say I have 10 years experience, professional experience now, and I know a couple things, and I know how things go. Maybe not to all the way to the highest levels or whatever, but there's plenty of like underlings, junior engineers, and or even senior engineers of like, hey, how can we get better as just developers overall? So yeah, I'm playing around with that and other stuff, side project wise, throwing ideas around, and I'm trying to figure out, what is that, or like what like I've actually I saw this guy, I forget his name, on Instagram. He does he's like a Gen Z guy. He just graduated college, and his big thing is he's like a fucking degenerate, like gambler, throws in upper deckers, zins or whatever, and drinks a bunch of coffee, and he's just a fucking degen. But he's also like a mental health advocate, which is weird. And he does like does weird Gen Z stuff. So I follow this guy to like stay kind of in the loop of what's going on. But so he has a school. So Alex Hormozy, again, he's doing things in this space, a school community account. So this kid, he just graduated. He's like 21, 22, something like that. And Daddy Wellness. That's his handle. And it's like a Patreon, like that, some kind of community for like paid subscription based community. I think he charged like $25 a person per month, and then now he raised it up to like $50 a person per month, and he has like 700 subscribers. That he's clearing 200,000 a year on this thing, just based on his personality, which is crazy. Just because he's a very just positive positive influence, a funny positive influence in the world. So, and he's an advocate for mental health. He talks about anxiety on his public channel, at least one video that I've seen. So yeah, it's pretty cool to know that it's possible to just kind of be a cool person and just be a good guy overall. And yeah, you can like make a living off of that, and just like kind of like he gives out like fitness advice and I don't know, does it in an entertaining way. So yeah, I think it's an interesting space, and maybe I do that for DevOps, or who knows what, or software developers, who knows what, for junior engineers, for senior engineers, like, I don't know. I'm still playing around with it. But yeah, I want to work on all these different projects, and I want to do it kind of all at the same time. And that's dangerous to spread my attention thin and not really go all in on one thing. But I think I can kind of maintain what I have already, like my three main things, my three core things that I am really good at are my relationship with my wife. Like, we have a top 1% relationship. We love each other. It's amazing. I don't post about it at all or anything like that, because it's like, why do I have to? Like, why do I have to? Who do I have to prove it to? Right? Like, that's what it's always interesting about Instagram couples is like, do you really have to like post that you love each other? Like, are you really happy that you post about it? Like, I don't know. Like, we never post shit just because we're happy with each other, and that's all who needs to know. So anyways, that's why you don't see me posting on her social media. It's just because we're happy, she's happy, I'm happy. We love each other. That's all who needs to know. Second is my work. I'm pretty good at my job now. I wasn't when I first started, but been at this for 10 years now, and I'm in a great spot in my company and in my role, profession, whatever. I have a lot of skills. I know a lot of people within the company I work for, so it's kind of easier to hop around internally and kind of learn new things and get new experience over time. And then third, the thing that that it's very hard for me to drop is jiu-jitsu, is because I've done it for the 6 a.m. 10th Planet Las Vegas program for 6 years now, and I'm seemingly one of the original people left, and then one of the only original people who are still around, besides like Mike Zaki and some other guys who are out for various reasons. So anyways, adding to that is always tricky. I've tried to do that before with other side projects like RIP Go Grappling, or this podcast or whatever, right? So I just need to kind of take off bite-sized chunks of new things to do, and I think I'll be okay. So anyways, I don't want to make this like a run on too much of your time or whatever, but yeah, audit your daily schedule. What do you prioritize? What did you wish you had time for, and how can you actually make it happen? How do you stack it with a current habit that you have, or can you wake up earlier or go to bed later for it? Like, making time for writing that book or reading that book or making that website or whatever you want to do. How do you fit it into your day? So anyways, thanks all for listening. I'll talk to you next time.